Linda's Prepper Kitchen. Today I'm excited to tell you that I am making the most wonderful, delicious meal you've ever tried in your life. And this is part of Apartment Preppers Collab number 2. I'm going to leave the link to this video down below, as well as the link to the collab. So I want you to go ahead and go check out all the wonderful ladies that are included in this. There is many, many more than were in the first collab, so make sure you check it out. But getting back to this recipe, it is to die for. So I call this the kitchen sink. So let's go ahead and get set up and I'll show you how to make it. All right, these are the things that you're going to need in order to make this recipe. We have some of the Ragu double cheddar cheese sauce. I have a jar actually, of some home canned chicken breasts that I canned back in May of 2021. I have a can of Rotel, ghee, granulated garlic, minced onions. I'm using Tony Chachere's Creole seasoning, some Lowry seasoned salt, some pasta of your choice. You use whatever kind of pasta you like. I have some dehydrated broccoli and some dehydrated mushrooms. So let's get set up and let's get to cooking. All right, first things first is you want to get your pasta going. You're going to cook it al dente. It's important that it's al dente. So let's get the water going, get it boiled, and get your pasta made as the box directed. All right, now that we've got the pasta started, let's go ahead and get the chicken open, whether you're using a home canned or store-bought can. Did y'all hear that seal? All right, I'm going to save the juice out of this jar because I'm going to use it in this recipe. So I'm going to go ahead and get that strained off. There we go. I wish you could smell this. Y'all, it's so satisfying to open up a jar because it's not. I don't use the meats that I can up unless it doesn't seal. These are put up for a later date. So it is rewarding when you get to actually open a jar of it and it smells so good and looks so delicious. So here it is. Now if you are using fresh chicken, if you're going to make this now instead of at a later date, you can probably cube up your chicken, but this is more of a shredded chicken. Anytime you pressure can your own chicken, same as in a can, unless it's maybe some chicken parts, it usually comes out in a shredded effect. But you can leave it chunkier and things like that if you'd like. So I've got it all kind of chunked up. All right. So let's move on to the next step. All right. So now we're going to throw in a good little dollop of some ghee. That's going to give this a wonderful, amazing flavor. Get this pasta stir over here. There we go. All right, now we're going to just toss in our chicken because we're just basically going to get the ingredients of the spices and things incorporated with our chicken, and also give the chicken this nice buttery flavor. If you don't have ghee, you can use butter if that's what you got, or any kind of butter that you have on hand. And if you don't have butter, I guess you could use a little bit of oil. All right. So the seasonings are to taste. That's why this is called the kitchen sink. You can throw anything under the sun in here. This is the Lowry seasoning. So for me to give you a exact amount, it's kind of useless because it's according to your taste. This is Lowry seasoning salt. Some salt and some pepper. Some salt. Alright, our pasta is al dente. But before I drain this out, let me go ahead and cut that off. Before I drain it, I want to take about 1.25 cups of this pasta water and save it. this out. So I'm going to get a 1 1/4 cups and then I'm going to strain this. I'll bring you back when I get finished. Alright, so now what we're going to do is I got my can of Rotel. I'm just going to pour the Rotel, juice and all. That chicken broth I told you I was going to save, going to dump that in there. We're going to dump our ragu sauce mix in there. I think I like it better in the jar because you can add water and do the, shake it all about, do the hokey pokey, whatever you want to do with it, and pour it all out. It's just easier, but I'm going to do my best with this, and I'm going to take that water that I saved out of the pasta, and I'm going to pour it back into the carton and see if I can shake it all about in this carton a little bit to get some of that. It's going to come right out too. Get some of that cheese out of there. And now we're going to pour that down in. Give it a stir. Okay. Now we're going to pour our al dente pasta. Into the mixture. Let's give this a toss. Then we're going to taste it and see if the seasonings and everything are what we want in it. And we're also going to take and we're going to put about 1/3 cup of dehydrated mushrooms. As well as broccoli. That's what's so wonderful. And you can add more or less of the broccoli if you want to. You're just going to have to adjust your liquid for that. Where'd my spoon go? Let's get that all mixed down in there so it can be rehydrating into the liquid. And we're going to turn this down and we're going to simmer it for about 15 minutes or so until your pasta is done and your dehydrated vegetables. And it's going to thicken as we cook the liquid out of it. The extra water that we've added in, it gets absorbed. And also, some of it escapes in the steam once you take the lid off anyway. So let me taste the sauce. Yes, yummy. So let me put the lid on it. I'm going to turn it down to medium heat and I'll bring you back in about 10 to 15 minutes. It's not a Linda's Prepper Kitchen SHTF video unless I forget something. Alright y'all, I forgot to tell you, we're going to put some dehydrated minced onions in here as well. I'm going to put about a tablespoon is what I'm putting. Alright, now I'll bring you back in about 10 to 15 minutes. Alright, here it is, the kitchen sink. Doesn't that look fabulous? But let's give it a taste. It's got all the yummy stuff. Broccoli, mushrooms, tomatoes, chilies, because it's got the green chilies. Alright, let's give it a taste. Get some broccoli. I want mushroom, pasta. Alright, there's a mushroom. Alrighty, let's go in for the bite. This is delicious. I promise you will love it. Like I said, spices are to taste. Throw in there anything you want to throw in there. Hence the kitchen sink. Alright guys, I love you. Y'all go check out all the other wonderful ladies that have joined this collab. Give them some love and some support. If they're new and you haven't seen them and you like what you see, please subscribe and hit the like button and leave a comment down below for them as well. I love you guys. I'll see you next time back at Linda's Prepper Kitchen. Bye everyone.